You said you were live.
Yeah, we live.
Or you on the Facebook?
Oh, I'm gonna publish that now.
The volume on there good? Here we go. Go ahead and play.
My nigga, this is dedication. This is anti-hesitation. It's a real nigga celebration. It's the Don Block Declaration. 59th and 5th Ave, Granny House with vanilla wafers. It's the remedy to separation. Tupac of my generation. Blue pill in the fucking matrix. Red rose in the great pavement. Young black nigga trapped and he can't change it. Know he a genius, he just can't claim it. Cause they lack no platforms to explain it. He frustrated so he get faded. But deep down inside he knows you can't fail. How long should I stay dedicated? How long till opportunity need preparation? I need some real nigga reparations. Or I run up in your bank just for recreation. Dedication, hard work, plus patience. Some more of sacrifice, I'm done waiting. Done waiting, told you that I wasn't playing. Now you hear what I've been saying. Dedication. Dedication.
And welcome to the Bills Podcast. We just want to say thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us. I'm Pitch.
I'm Rocket. What up?
And we just like to say thank you. That was a song from Nipsey Hussle, Dedication.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P. for Nipsey Hussle. The third wheel, he should be coming sometime soon. But Rocky, how was your week?
Hey, my week was it was all right, man. You know, getting ready for the Masters. Tigers doing good. The Bucks in the playoffs. Brewers that started up.
That's huge.
You know, and then just a lot more of researching and just thinking black thoughts.
Yeah.
How about you, man?
My week was cool. I was well, I should say it was cool. Well, it was cool, but I got an eye infection this week, so I had to miss 2 days of work. That shut me down for 2 days, but you know, back at it. Sorry, wasn't here yesterday. I had a track meet. This is track meet season for me, and that's kind of my side hustle. If you don't know that, that's kind of my side hustle is track meet. So gotta get that loot. So that's what I've been doing for there.
Give me the loot.
Yeah, give me the loot. So I've been getting my my track meets on. So in the past 2 days, I got almost 30,000 steps because I had 2 track meets. So my body feeling it right now, but we all right.
That's all right, man. Ain't nothing wrong with
That's
that.
All right,
Gotta get it. Yeah.
So before we start though, we always gotta ask.
Oh man,
what you sipping on?
So I'm back with another stable here. It's the old Forester that I'm sipping on right here. I finished the Uncle Nearest. Well, it wasn't me by myself, but for the most part. So it's a nice bottle and everything. I'm gonna have to re-up on this for the summertime, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm just old man sipping on some whiskey on a nice Saturday. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What you sipping on that?
I am sipping on that high quality H2O. High quality.
You got
that Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, you got to get that high quality H2O.
Yeah, high quality H2O. Yeah, that's right. That Bobby Boucher. But that's what we sipping on. I'm sipping on that high quality H2O.
Yeah.
And clank.
There you go. Hey, celebrate.
So let's get into it.
What's up, Mibby Sue?
The Inca Queen is on. So we just first of all, we start out with Nipsey Hussle. So we gotta talk about Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, definitely. We definitely wanna not only show our respect because he was doing some positive things in the community, in his own community, even with 2 strikes against him. Well, 3 actually, being a black man, being in the rap game and coming from LA gang culture. So, and he was still able to buy properties. He was able to still, show love to his black woman. And he talked about ownership. He preached a lot about black growth and economic.
Hey!
Look who's in the building.
Yeah, we knew he was coming. We said he was coming. He here.
Yeah. Hey, man.
We just started, so you ain't missed nothing.
Yeah, relax. We just talked what we sipping on.
We just talked about what we sipping on. And we we just started talking about Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, we were going.
This is our number no, that's the YouTube.
Peace.
And that's and we still got the Facebook behind you.
Yeah, we still got. I don't know if you want to slide
this way.
Yeah, you want to slide over this way.
Window Sky has entered the building.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Window Sky has entered the building.
Yes.
So how was your week this week?
It was terrible.
Okay. Do you want to? We gonna expound later on that?
Yeah, we'll expound later. Okay.
So now we talk about Nipsey Hussle, and Marlon was bringing some points about Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, man.
Just that whole tragedy.
Yeah, it was definitely a tragedy. But and then just a little bit more about, he had a clothing store called the Marathon.
Yeah, Marathon.
He was surrounded by, even his name, Nipsey Hussle was a spinoff of Nipsey Russell.
Yeah.
So I thought that was, when everybody have, other names that could be looked upon as negative. I just think what he was talking about was for black people. And no matter what's your strife in life or how people depict you, you can still rise above it all if you stay grinding.
Well, I have to say, and I have to be 100% honest, I didn't know too much about Nipsey Hussle. And that's because, for me, I'm more into old school music now, and I don't listen to a lot of newer hip hop. So I really wasn't into him. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know too much about him. Mm-hmm. But when I heard he got shot, actually the Inca Queen is the one who told me he got shot, and I was like, "Who is this?" So I started listening to it, and every morning I listen to Sway in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because they connect to the hip hop and stuff like that. Right. So he was explaining about Nipsey Hussle, and as I started looking into him, it was pretty deep. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty deep of who he was and what his thought processes of making Crenshaw better, and how he was gonna expand things and stuff like that. That was unbelievable to me. So I was like, much respect to him. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. What's your thoughts about him, Wendell?
I've been a fan of Nipsey Hussle for a long time. I knew about what he was doing in the community. I knew about his albums, who we collaborated with, all the mixtapes. I just knew how he moved. I'm hip hop, so it was something that was a shock.
Yeah.
It was even bigger shock that they caught it on film. It was even bigger shock as many people got aboard on that wave. That was a big wave.
What do you mean aboard on that wave?
Meaning that all of a sudden it was every meme on your.
How they was sharing the video they got killed on?
Right. Well, not the video, just the whole movement.
The movement.
Togetherness, movement, entrepreneurialism, the whole spirit of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is somewhat good. Okay. Now.
No, it's great.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. Yeah. I should say somewhat good, but that's a great thing.
Yeah.
But the thing. Okay, I'm gonna just so one of the first things I heard was he was doing let me pull this up because I got it on my phone so I know how to say this guy's name for sure. He's about to do a documentary on Dr. CB.
CB.
Yeah, he's about to do a documentary on Dr. CB.
Yeah.
Dr. CB was a guy who everybody said he got killed supposedly because he found a cure for cancer and all that kind of stuff, which is really just an alkaline. Just click the.
Yeah.
I think you're still on. Just click.
Yeah, something is going on though. Something is. But you keep. I go ahead. Keep
going. Oh yeah, I think everybody's talking about he was he about to do the documentary Dr. CB, and then nobody really wanted him to talk about Dr. CB. And they don't want, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want this and they didn't want that. so they killed him for Dr. Sebi, which I don't agree with at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking up Dr. Sebi. All this stuff is right there on YouTube. So if the government didn't want you to know about him, he wouldn't be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So for me, right there, I think people.
I don't think
it's crazy.
I don't even think it's Dr. Sebi more so than what he was talking about himself, because he was talking about positivity for Black folks.
Yeah.
You know, and he wanted to do Dr. Sebi information is already out there. It's been out there, and curing HIV. With the that he had to go to the New York State Supreme Court and federal court to defend, which he proved that he did. This is way back in 1992.
Yeah.
You know, and he had a long list of people that he helped, including Michael Jackson. You had Left Eye.
Yeah, I'm just
and
saying.
A host of others.
I'm just saying. Everybody was saying that he got killed because of this documentary, which I 100%. I just think it was some hood dude because Nipsey Hussle was part of the Crips, if I believe so.
Rolling
right?
60 Crips.
Okay, so this is what happened, man. Nipsey Hussle opened up that day. The reason why he was up there because he was with a friend.
Yeah, he
who was about to go to jail. Who was just got out of jail. And he didn't want him to go home without some clothes.
Yeah,
right.
The perpetrator who shot him.
Eric, his name. Okay, hold on a second. Let's call his name Eric Holder. And his name on the street is Shitty Cuz.
Okay.
Shitty Cuz.
Okay.
So Eric Holder
shows up, and Nipsey Hussle takes time out to say, "Hey man, the word on the street is you snitch."
Yeah.
Well, a little bit more to that because he rolled up on Nipsey, and he actually was trying to be a rapper. You know, he's trying to get in the music business. He's like, "Can you help me?" And then that's when Nipsey was like, "And this is all, this is all I was saying. Word on the street is." You know what I'm saying, that you a snitch. They said, but if you got documentation to clear that up, come back and I'll help you all that I can. And
regardless of the fact, dude got mad.
Right, he got mad.
He came back. He got mad and came back.
He went and got his hamburger. Then he came back.
The craziest part about it is, so again, black on black crime. We're gonna be held to a different standard because that's all you hear is all this black and black crime.
Right.
How, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'll get into that a little bit later, though. I'll get into the black on black crime a little bit later when we start moving. But it's crazy, dog. That's crazy to me. That dude got mad because he wouldn't help him, and then he shot him and killed him and kicked him when he was down.
No, he came back. He came
back he shot him
3 times.
He
like
shot
3
him.
different intervals.
He shot him and killed him. But when he shot him, he kicked him. He kicked him when he shot him.
No.
He shot him when he went down. He turned over. When he turned over, he came back again, shot him in the head, and he walked away. Then he came back and kicked him to make sure he was dead.
Well, he shot him all like 6 times.
So now everybody is in this. The other part about it is everybody's tripping because it's like, why is they showing all this on Nipsey Hussle stuff on the internet? Why is they doing this? Why is it realistically, dog? Because
this is the culture
that's the culture we live in. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly.
This is exactly what it is.
It was okay when the mosque had got shot up to watch that.
That's what I'm saying.
But when it touches you, it's now.
When it touches you now, it's like, why is everybody? And that was a crazy part to me. Everybody's like, oh, it's disrespectful that everybody keep watching. Why?
No, it's more disrespectful that you looking at it. Because you know what? I'll be honest. I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see. It's fine that I see death on TV and all that, but I don't want to see. I'm tired of seeing real life death at the hands of just anybody. It's just something. So I just choose not to watch it. I saw footage. It was fuzzy. It was distant, and then after that, I was like, I don't need to see any other clips or anything. So people, and then this is just my opinion only, that people that charge, oh, why are you showing that? Why are you watching?
Yeah.
Because you have the power to decide what you give power to.
And I gotta watch it. I gotta be honest, I didn't see it.
Report it.
I don't. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
To me personally, though, I would have watched it just to see and just to see. And again,
for factual content.
Yeah, just to see. And I'm kind of a different beast, though. You know what I'm saying? When I watch stuff like that, because of my background, because of what I did in the Marine Corps, all that kind of stuff, because of my background. When I watch stuff like that, I don't watch at it like a oh my god type deal.
Right.
I watch it to see what was he doing, what was the guy Eric Holder doing, why did he come back? Like you said, 2 or 3 times. I didn't see it though. I didn't even look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I read about it.
I didn't know it was even online. Until I started hearing all this stuff.
Right.
And I didn't even go look for it.
Yeah, but you know, definitely shout out to Nipsey because you know they had his funeral at the Staples Center. And I thought they celebrated a king and what he was doing for his community. You know, what he talked about, he showed action, and I think everybody is saluting him for that.
Yeah, but I think I heard, if I heard this correctly, there's a fight at his funeral.
No, it was well, I don't know about that. I can't.
They said, I'm almost positive,
but they tried to link a drive-by shooting on his funeral procession.
That's what it was, a drive-by shooting. That's what it was. That's what it was, a drive-by shooting on a funeral procession, and that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, shit's gonna happen.
That's implants, man.
Yeah, I don't.
It's the same week.
That's speculation.
It's the same week. Everybody who said that they didn't get along got along.
Yeah. And
all went up there to the visual. I don't believe the drive-by shooter must have been somebody sticking.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's an implant.
So now that's good that you said an implant, because you know everybody was talking about all these different conspiracy theories, right?
Right.
So you know, and I'm somewhat to a conspiracy theorist a little bit on that too.
Conspiracy theorist.
But mine was, it seems like all of our leaders in the black community get killed, right? They get killed because they're trying to lead something. So they're talking about that was conspiracy theory. But here's the crazy part about it. When I started thinking bigger picture, you know what's crazy is Malcolm X was killed by a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Nipsey Hussle was killed by a black man.
Mm-hmm.
I think Medgar Evers was killed.
No,
Medgar Evers was killed by a white guy.
Right.
And Martin Luther King was killed by a white guy.
Right.
Medgar Evers was killed in his driveway, and Martin Luther King was killed at the Lorraine Hotel.
Yeah.
But it seems like they always take, if they really want to kill us, they take somebody from our community, plant them, like you said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then they do whatever they do whatever they need to do, the white man to do to us.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, you know, when you think about and the conspiracy that goes in this, and this is just talking it through. When you look at Malcolm X, and he was killed, he was assassinated by black men who were defunct Muslims that said, or there's allegations that it was a CIA construction, like the CIA was backing these defunct Muslims to assassinate, and this is all that you know was getting on, and then it was like Farrakhan was linked to it as well. Oh, and even one of Malcolm X's daughters linked Farrakhan, but you know all of that is.
You talk about the Malcolm X.
Yeah, but I'm trying to bring context to that. Shitty Cuz could be an implant for the simple fact that he was labeled as a snitch.
No, he wasn't labeled. He was a snitch.
Well, look,
I don't know.
I ain't in that, but I'm just saying.
Let me ask this, because I mean, maybe y'all know. What was he considered a snitch for doing what? Y'all know that situation or no?
No.
Okay.
But you know,
I'm just asking.
Well, no, that he was an informant.
Yeah.
That was his snitch link, that he was an informant for the LAPD.
Okay. So
but he was also known as he was a known killer.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a known shooter, known killer.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just crazy because I started thinking about this video stuff and all the stuff I'll be watching, stuff like that, right? I started realizing I have some.
We got a comment?
Omar says, "Who's paying Chris Darden?" We'll get into that.
We'll dive in. Right.
That's part of the conspiracy theory.
So Chris Darden, you know, Chris Darden, he was part of OJ trial. He was with Marsha Clark. He was for the prosecution.
He was the innocent boy.
He is this Eric Holder's attorney.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that?
I think, you know what, man?
Who's paying the fees?
That's what Omar was asking. Who paying Chris Darden?
Now you could be doing a pro bono for this.
But would you do?
I don't think
Would you do pro bono for something like that?
No, I would.
I mean, I'm not an attorney, but I'm saying
not as a black man.
As a black attorney, I wouldn't
in
do
LA,
pro bono for that.
I wouldn't even. Go ahead.
The question would be, now are you doing a pro bono, or what's going on in your life? Are you losing money? Are you barely?
That's true. That's true. Where's he at? Like, is this gonna get his name back out there? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I got
well, yeah, because he did take an L on that OJ Simpson.
He took a big L.
And he was very pissed and a brat about it. He was like, black people shouldn't celebrate OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that. You know, we was more celebrating Johnny Cochran.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a new shout out to Johnny Cochran.
Oh my
Rest
God.
in peace as well.
And what was his most famous line? Nigga, please. He killed Chris Darden with that one. They just started bumping Black Superman.
Oh my God. So you know, the other thing was when I started looking at the Nipsey Hussle thing and this Eric Holder thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I started thinking about him kicking them and just, you know,
that's
I was like, dude, and they was talking about he was a shooter and a killer. You know what? And I really had to like think and sit down and think about this. I was like, dog, I got some deep, dark demons that I don't think
keep that shit right there.
I don't think
keep that
I'm being 100% honest with you. I don't think even my sons know. I think Mindy, the Inca Queen, I think she may know the surface of it, but she don't know how deep and dark and how dark things are me, dog. Like, I got some dark issues in my past. So like they talk about this cat is a killer, right?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, ain't, you know what I'm saying? To me, I was like, dude, ain't no
he's a
killer.
murderer.
Because for me, I got some deep, dark things where, you know what I'm saying? And people like that really make me mad and piss me off and stuff like that too. And we'll talk about that when we get to your situation.
But I think, if I may,
yeah, go ahead.
I think yours is more from your military background.
Oh, yeah.
And conditioning. His is from street. So it's two. Well, you know what? I'm gonna shut up because I don't have no killing instinct. Yeah. I'll get in the weed. But I just think his.
Oh yeah, where it came from is different.
That's what I'm trying to
the
get
thought
to.
process behind it may not be somewhat. How do I say? I think he's a street killer, right?
Yes.
If I can be 100% honest, he's a street killer.
Yes, which is different than tactical. Well,
but for me, I'm like on a totally different level, dog. Like if I tell you some stuff that goes in my mind, how I could torture people, you'd be like, dog, what the hell?
I think of torture techniques all the time.
Dog, but I think of, I don't just think of how to do it. I don't think of just doing it. I think of how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. Or, you know what I'm saying? I think about the whole scenario.
You map out the whole scenario.
I map it out.
All right, I know.
Because when things go bad and I need to know who I got to go after,
information is key.
Yeah, and the Inca Queen will tell you, she says she gets scared at times because I'm like one of those people that have no fear. I have no fear of nobody, nothing. Literally, I have no fear, dog. Especially like when you get me riled up, I have no fear. And she don't like that. You know what I'm saying? She gets worried about that.
I think fear is a dose of fear is healthy because it keeps you sharp. Mm-hmm. That I use it for me because my head is always on a swivel when I go because I'm not looking for trouble, but I know that trouble will invite itself into my life if I'm caught slipping.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And the best thing, not the best thing. Ooh, wrong word. The cautionary tale is with Nipsey Hussle because he wasn't supposed to be at the marathon store that day. He stepped out without his security because he wanted to show respect and look out for his guy who just got out.
Did he?
He's going to give him some free.
Did he have security?
He had security. Yes.
Did he have security? Because he
had security.
It's one of those things though. You go back to your.
He didn't have security that time. At that point in time.
I'm just saying. Normally though, you go back to your hood, where you from, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Most of them cats, especially when you street like that, you don't think about that. Am I right?
No,
Well, but
You're not
he
right.
was more of a rapper.
I mean,
He's
if
more,
I'm right or
he-
wrong,
He
I
done
don't know.
stepped into a different. He has stepped out of, well, above the gang culture into the rap culture, which is a little bit more different. You got to
Yeah.
move the same, but when he was, and he'll talk about all of that stuff. But I was reading what his brother put out there, who's
Mhm.
Black Sam.
Mhm.
You know, who they look just alike to
Okay.
me. But anyway, he was breaking down all of the information. So that's where I'm getting my information from, is
Mhm.
that he gave his security the day off. And he was like, he didn't think he would be there longer than what he was. But I think when he was looking out for his homeboy that just got out of prison, just to get him some fresh thread so he can see his family looking clean, like he ain't just come from the slammer and shit. I think that's honorable, but he left himself open. And Eric Holding, or Shitty Cuz, he saw the opportunity, because I think he felt disrespected because Nipsey told him right in front of those two other people who got shot as well. The dude that got shot, the dude that just got out of prison, he got shot as well, who was paralyzed from the waist down, and he's going back to prison because he
Police
was.
contact?
Dog.
What part of it?
I get tired
Yeah.
of the laws, dog. I get tired of the laws.
I get tired of the bullshit.
Yeah, the bullshit.
That ain't no law.
You gotta say it's
That's
the
the
bullshit.
bullshit.
It is a law,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, it's a law, but
if
it
you
ain't
really think about it, dog, they got a law that can get you on anything.
He talks about that shit too.
You ain't got
Yeah.
a law that can get you on anything.
Yeah, they can
You know what I'm
trap
saying? They
you
can
6
trap
ways
you
to
any
Sunday.
way that they want.
Yep.
And they gonna bring up a charge and say it's this or that. This is dog. I hear some stuff sometimes on news. I'm like, what? Where that rule ever come or that law come from? But they got laws that will get you any which way you want to.
And what's so crazy about it, that ignorant is not an excuse.
No, you can't be ignorant.
So if you do some shit I ain't know, you know how many times is growing up and still like ignorant is not an excuse. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And we're making it easier and easier for them to make those laws up and to use them.
Yeah.
I
they
don't
do
think we're
use
making it
them.
easier.
Let me tell you how we are making it easier.
All
All you have to do is turn on your social media and watch how foolish people talk and how they move
Yes.
Oh,
on
yes.
social media.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Because right
It's a
now
tool against
you have
themselves.
a lot of people that is pro Nipsey. They done put out a warning for the other dude, which I'm not going to even mention his name. I don't want to
That's
get
what I
him shine
understand.
like that.
What's
but
the purpose of putting on a warning now?
let him know that he's out of
Why
pocket.
you need to let them know that?
Because it's social media. It's a warning. Like, don't come to
Now,
LA.
back when we were young, there was no warning. You just got lit up.
But
On
nobody. You know what?
And you knew what it was about.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, look. If you want to be stupid enough to venture to California, you know what I'm saying? Another cautionary tale is BIG.
He was always big.
Yeah.
What about him?
He was warned the whole time. He was a
He stepped out. He stepped 6 months
back
after
to back
Tupac
to back.
died. He stepped out in LA thinking everything was
And they kept telling him
copacetic. And you know what I'm saying? He wasn't looking for that, but you know what I'm saying?
That's part of
Who
he was.
Yeah, but he was going out there to promote and celebrate the album. He already going back to Cali. You know, he bigging up, and so it's just cautionary tale.
And that leads us right back to the security issue. When you move from what you're doing into a world where people can see you, and you come from the underground, you need security. Some dummy is waiting out there to pop you off.
Yeah.
And that's just what it is.
Yeah.
If you look at people say, "Oh, I'm not this type of rapper. I'm not this type of star." Okay, you can move that way.
Yeah.
But as you start to move up and they watch you move up from the hood to different people around the world, someone's waiting to get you, and you do need security.
You know what I think? I think of next Friday. Remember next Friday when Ice Cube was out there talking to his uncle? They're like, "You said you never move out the hood." He's like, "I got my money and nigga, I was gone."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's really what you gotta do. But you got these cats who talking. Someone talking to you. Now I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I got my money and I was gone, dog. I don't live in the hood. I'll be honest.
I'll say this, you know, from living in the inner city of Milwaukee, you know, you do what you got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Because if the police ain't after you, some ignorant ass nigga is.
Yeah.
And you know, and both have the same motive. I'm just looking for somebody to fuck with, just so I can make my day. You know what I'm saying? And when you're not looking for any of that static, that's when those two ignorant motherfuckers will bring that static right to you.
Right.
You know, so I never wanted to move outside of the city of Milwaukee because to me, that's my home. And when I get ready to move outside the city of Milwaukee, I want to move out the fucking state. I want to go back south. I'm tired of this fucking cold, but that's a different story. But, you know, me as a black man is like living in the city of Milwaukee. It teaches you to be sharp. It teaches you to be keep your head on a swivel. So even when I'm out now, I'm not in the inner city. I'm on the outskirts, but I'm still in the city of Milwaukee and everything. So I still feel the same. Now there's days in the summertime when I can sit out in my backyard and I don't hear fire, gunshots or police. And, you know, and I feel good about that for my kids because I don't want them to be in that environment. But but part of me, I still feel like I have something to contribute to the inner city to make it better. How I do that, you know what I'm saying? I'm still supporting black businesses and just still staying with my peoples and everything. But, you know, I feel just like Jay-Z said, you know, it's like you have to be in a position to give back. Because if you're in the inner city and people see you shining, they coming for you. You know what I'm saying? Because black people have this thing where they subconsciously don't feel that you should have what you have. And I'm going to take it from you.
It's a crab in the barrel mentality.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or some people say misery loves company. I don't want to say it's all the same stuff, dog.
Same shit,
crab in the barrel. I'm gonna pull you down because I'm down or whatever.
I'm not gonna allow you to get up.
I'm not gonna try not to allow you to get up because to me, dog, you can't hold me back.
I'm gonna sacrifice my life to make sure that you don't get up.
Some people do that, but
that's some crazy
I'm
shit.
just saying there is no way that I'm allowed any of y'all to hold me, anybody to hold me back.
Yeah.
You can try all you want, but I'm gonna have to bust cuts and move and move and shake whichever way you can. You know what I'm saying?
Any comments? There's some comments up there?
Yeah. It's just they talk about all different kind of stuff.
Let's see who. Let's give out our shout outs here. Keith Fair, what up? Shout out. Omar, definitely what up? Peace to you. Adrian, I hope I'm saying your name right. Miss Couch. No, it's my cousin. She's a friend. Okay. I was like, I'm gonna go and break down the
Change Love.
Yeah, chat. No, that's China's Love.
China's Love.
China's Love. All right. Said thugs from the hood do not check into the mental health facility after shootout.
Change Love.
This is China's
Love.
China's Love.
I keep saying it wrong. I'm China's Love.
And it said this is a tell sign that he was an implant. He is a Judas paid to sell out his boy.
Talking about Eric Holder killing Nipsey Hussle.
So he checked himself into a.
Well, he got caught.
He's saying he don't check himself. They say they
what's your flavor now?
They said thugs don't himself in the mental.
They say they don't check this.
No. Crown Royal Peach.
Oh, what? I didn't even know they made that.
Yeah, they just came out with that.
My flavor.
Crown Royal Peach.
Yeah, Crown Royal Peach. Hey, man,
are we still taking phone calls?
This stuff is going off the shelf.
We can.
262-649-8855.
That's the right.
Call in 262-645.
That's it.
Okay.
The BILs podcast at gmail.com. If you want to make any comments, we're both on.
No, it'll come through here.
Oh, okay.
We're on both YouTube tonight, and we're on
Facebook Live and we on YouTube.
Right, Facebook Live and YouTube. 262.
We're gonna have to get that out there to y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for the support. I'm sorry, Chris.
You're fine. 262-649-8855. 98855.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing about this whole Nipsey Hussle thing that I don't really like is, so this happened to Nipsey Hussle, right?
There's too many choices.
Pick your poison, man.
What you didn't like about Nipsey Russell?
Okay, Nipsey Hussle.
What you
Nipsey Russell. I didn't like that he said, let's say, put some oil down my spine. Remember Nipsey Russell?
The Wiz.
Oh yeah, the Wiz.
Slide some oil to me. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah. But no, I didn't. What I didn't like what they did about Nipsey Hussle.
AKA baby oil.
What I did like about Nipsey Hussle was that you heard was my man was a former gang member. One of the first things they talk about, right? How he was a gang member, how he was in prison, how he was how, you know what I'm saying? You hear about all the negative stuff before they start talking about, oh, he was a business owner.
Or he was a rapper first.
Or he was a rapper.
Yeah.
But they would say rapper who was a gangbanger,
right.
who changed, you know what I'm saying? Who tells you all this stuff and then tell you, oh, he changed his life. Right. And now he's a business owner and he's changing. But that's the part that really bothers me, dog. When I continue to watch the media in general and they do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I watch a different a source. I stay with the black channels when I want to get right temperature of information. To be honest, as a black man coming from white folks, they can't explain black culture and give it the courtesy and respect that we deserve.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Even when but now some of the white stations.
Is there something wrong?
No, we're still going. Okay. This is just going.
That's fine.
That's spinning.
So y'all know who Holden Matthews is?
Holden Matthews.
Oh yes.
Who's Holden Matthews?
Holden Matthews. Hold on. Do I raise my hand? Oh, me.
You're supposed to quiz the crowd, not us, right?
We know.
No, we talking here. They can put in if they know who he is.
Holden Matthews.
Who is he?
He is the son of a deputy sheriff.
Yes.
Right.
In Louisiana.
Yes.
Who is allegedly, but we already know, for burning down those three churches in the three black churches in Louisiana.
What about him?
Yeah.
So
what about him?
So here's the thing.
Nah, I get what
that was a horrible way to segue.
That was a horrible. So like, what about him? This motherfucker just burned down three churches.
Yeah. So he burned down three churches, right? And
left the gas can there.
Yeah.
No, real talk.
No, they got video on this.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing. So for me, I always start thinking about what the hell is going on and what's happening. Listen to this article from the Associated Press. Okay. Authorities said he had no known criminal record. This is the first paragraph in the article.
Yeah.
Authorities said he had no known criminal record. A friend described him as an animal lover who showed no animosity toward any race and a talented.
Bullshit.
I'm just saying. And a talented yet frustrated heavy metal guitar player and singer. A fellow musician called him a really lovely, sweet guy. Yes. That is, but I'm just saying that is the first article. That is the first paragraph of an article about a terrorist who burnt down three. And then we hear about Nipsey Hussle, who is a rapper, who is a gangbanger, and all this stuff, and he got killed. But here is this guy. They know for a fact he killed it. They know for a fact he burned these churches down, and they are saying, "Oh, he's nothing but a friendly guy who loves children, who love animals." And he doesn't have no animosity towards black people.
He loved what?
Animals. That's what they said. Yeah.
He's an
introvert animal lover.
Oh, so.
But I'm saying,
I like animals. No issue with black people.
So I'm looking at it like this way. That whole explanation screams serial killer to me.
Yes.
That's how I saw.
Well, you know what?
Terrorists, arsonists,
terrorists. That's what's screaming.
Terrorists,
yeah.
right?
And if you really think about it, in this country, dog, and you know this as well as you do, you probably is when black people do stuff, you always hear about how horrible they are, right?
Oh,
These white men go into these schools, churches, kill 15, 20, 30 people, or burn down what you call it. They are never called terrorists. Ever.
No,
Why?
It's either a mental
Because
issue.
that's terrorism. Is that not?
No, because they'd rather spend some money at Burger King or Wendy's after they do it.
I'm just saying in
I
general.
wonder,
Though.
did he?
I'm
Because
just saying
you know what?
That's terrorist action.
Hold on. When his father learned, definitely it's terrorist action.
That's what I'm saying. Man. So how come the news media don't call this cat what it is?
Because the news media is controlled by white media.
Listen, man.
I know.
I'm just saying. Place at?
This took place in Louisiana.
Right. So the head of Louisiana prison system said the beginning of not this year but last year, beginning of last year. You hear the statement he made?
No, what did he say?
He said, "Man, we letting these people out of jail too quick. There's some good jobs in here that need to be filled.
Really?
We need to do something about this." Yeah. He made a press conference for the whole state.
What?
And that's how the deputies behind him look like. What in the hell?
Who said that?
The head of the prison system in Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah, said we have too many good jobs that need to be worked by these prisoners. We let them out too quick. We need to keep them in here longer. What are we doing?
This nigga is
who's going to work these jobs? And no one said anything then.
No, I didn't hear about that.
I didn't hear two black deputies that had behind them was like,
yeah, I would have walked off on that.
What?
I
would like, no, I'm out.
So welcome to Louisiana. I went to school there.
But that's pro-slavery, like you just said. That's how it is.
Yeah. Well, once you're in jail, you are a slave. You're legally a slave in jail.
But that's what they
are. Why you expecting for things to happen great for you?
You know, it's crazy.
That's why a lot of black people is in prison for a lot of trumped up charges. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into Albert Wilson. That's another big.
It's American slavery.
You know, that we need to talk about on the bullshit. Maybe we need to change the podcast from the Bills podcast to the bullshit podcast because we're exposing a lot of bullshit. You know that they putting on, but
it really does. No, I'm just saying, dog. It's crazy to me, and I'm getting tired. I'm getting so tired of fighting that, dog. I'm getting tired of fighting it. You know what I'm saying? I guess I really don't fight, but I just, and then I should say in my heart.
Fight it in a different fashion.
Yeah, in my mind, in my heart, my mind is hard. And I should say fight because it's not like I walk the street and I say, hey, you white devil, or you know what I'm saying? I don't do that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Your superhero name would it be Baby Oil?
Shut the hell up.
He's slipping off this. I was like, go ahead, man. I want to make sure that we have fun. As we
but
talk about these serious issues.
In my mind, it's like, dude, our people. You know, the more and more I think about it, our people, we are not. This country is not designed for us. They don't want us. They don't want us.
Yep.
They try to get rid of us.
That they're not.
I'm just saying they try to, and they be like, and it doesn't matter. It's like I read something the other day. 75% of white people. It says 75% of white people have no friend of black. 75% of white people have no friends of black origin, black ethnicity. Hold on, 75%. 75% of white people have no friends that with black
ethnicity. A friend is. I figure it'd be the same on the black side too.
I bet you probably is.
Yeah.
But the difference is this. To me, the difference is black people and
we're more accepting.
This gonna be kind of weird. It's gonna be kind of weird. Yeah. We are more accepting.
Yeah.
We are more accepting.
Yeah. We definitely we are. We're conditioned to be that.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. Because when somebody like kills a kid or something happens to our family, we gotta forgive them. We gotta forgive them. You know what I'm saying? You always hear that. So
we talk about peace. We talk about that whole thing. Yeah.
You look like so what?
Hold on, I'm just talking about
I really look at as if though that they try to be a little too forgiving.
Yeah, as a whole.
And that's systematically put on us.
Yeah. I agree.
Nothing that I think that we choose.
And please understand, I'm not saying all white people are like that because I know they're not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying all people, but I'm saying when I read stuff like 75% of white people have no friend of a minority friend. 75%.
When you don't have to, would you?
But there are places in this world or this United States, if you want to say that you can go and you will never see a black person ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no place that that we can go that we'll never see a white person. Never.
Dude, I ain't even think about it.
The
first place come to is like Utah.
I mean, there are places, but when you go to work, you know what I'm saying? There's
places in the township over where they've never come in contact with a black person. I've never had to. I went to work, came home. Oh, I saw you on TV.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, there's white people.
Yeah, there's white people.
White people.
And very close. They can just go to work.
Yeah.
No, that is so crazy.
And never touch a black
person. Exactly. But there's no place we can go and do that.
No.
Yeah. So here's an example. I give you the example. So I have a friend. Oh, that's you. I have a friend. Well, I should say his friend. There was a guy I went to boot camp with. He was from Sullivan, Missouri. I'll never forget. His name is Travis Peltman. Okay, he was in boot camp with me. This cat. So we were in boot camp together, with the Marine combat training together. We went to communication school together and went to the same unit. Okay, so one day, now this cat, he was an alcoholic, but that's a different part of the story. This cat, we all chilling. This cat is like a bunch of black dudes. He in there, a couple white dudes, all this kind of stuff, right? Dude is gonna bust out because he's a little drunk. He's like, man, I gotta say, you guys are cool. She's like, yeah, what the hell you saying?
Right.
What the hell you saying? But yeah. I was like, what?
I don't think that was bad.
No,
but I'll let you finish the story.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, because the way he said it at first, like, dog, what you talking about? He's like, no. And he explained to us, he's like, I'm from Sullivan, Missouri, and I never knew no black people growing up. All the way, I never knew. And then he said, oh yeah. There was one black family that moved into our town, but the Klan burned down their house, so then they left.
Right.
Just so carelessly.
But that's you know what though, that I don't know how carelessly that is.
No, just not carelessly, but just.
But that's reality.
How it was just preference. But but into the larger context of the story, I understand.
Yeah,
that's not you.
No, because this keeps going dark on me. I see it go dark. Yeah. So it was crazy. That dude was like, but there are places in this country where white people can live, like you said, live, work, eat, do whatever they got to do, and never meet a black person.
But
ever.
You know what?
No.
The one thing that I get from that story that you just presented is that he woke up.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I'm hanging out with a bunch of black folks, and we all just having a good time. And something came over him.
Oh yeah.
To transcend, it was like it's about the good time. It ain't about the color line. Yeah. But he recognized I'm having a good time with different color folks that I've never experienced.
Oh yeah, and that was and that's what it was, and I didn't take it personal,
right?
It's just when you're in the middle of tripping and have fun, and you say you guys are cool. Hold on, said dog.
You just made this.
Missouri.
Yeah.
I'm from Missouri.
Not only are we the original, man, we also the original cool.
The original cool. What you mean?
We invented the shit.
You know what it is?
Cool?
No, cool.
Oh, the original cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't put that in.
Cool.
It kind of died off.
The original cool.
Yeah, we are the original. We are the definition of what it is to be cool.
Right. Yeah,
because they. I'm not gonna say they, but the world gets their coolness from Black America.
Yeah.
I don't want to be cool anymore.
I'm just saying that's what it is.
I'm with you.
Right.
I'd rather be equal.
You cannot not be cool. It's just how you roll. It's just
part of who we are.
You don't wake up and like, oh, how can I be cool today? It's like you just go about shit in a manner that it's like, okay, this is what it is. All right, this is how I'm gonna react to it. No sweat, no pressure. I keep it moving.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you react, it's not so cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's my definition.
Yeah.
So while we still on the prison system and we talking about the difference between Matthew and
Holden Matthew.
Yeah, Holden Matthew, because I was gonna call him Holder, because Eric Holder. Holden.
Well,
Matthew.
first of all, I gotta say that Eric Holder name threw me off because you know Eric Holder. Eric Holder, I was like, man,
who may think about running for president? Not shitty cuz.
Yeah, not shitty cuz.
Yeah, but the original Eric Holder.
Yeah, that threw me off first.
So
like,
we're gonna
not the former
Attorney General.
The former Attorney General.
Yes,
Barack Obama.
We're going to give the Attorney General Eric Holder the respect that I feel he deserves.
Yeah,
and we're gonna refer to the other name as shitty cuz.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, but anyway,
or POS, piece of shit. That's what I prefer.
But anyway, what was you about to say?
So okay, since we in quizzes, do y'all know who Albert Wilson is?
I gotta say, I do not think I know who. I do, right off the top of my head, I don't think I know who Albert Wilson is.
Wendell Scott, may you have the answer?
No.
Oh, okay.
Who's Albert Wilson? Football player?
No. So Albert Wilson is a young black man who's 23 who got sentenced to 12 years prison time
for kissing a white woman.
There you go.
Yeah,
I heard about that. I did hear about that.
Yeah.
I know his name, but I did hear about that.
So
it's very important in the story. Now you let us off. Now you let us off with that. He went to jail for kissing a white woman. What's the real truth?
There got to be more to the story.
There is more to the story.
There has to be.
Wow, the fact that y'all don't think that that's just possible that a nigga can get 12 years.
Try Emmett Till.
Look.
We know he can lose his life for less than that.
Well,
but we understand
maybe they have upgraded.
Man went to jail for 12 years for kissing a white woman.
Listen,
okay, so really
I'm with you.
Right. 12 years a slave.
Not gonna say that.
They have changed that to 12 years a slave in prison. There you go. So it's plausible.
I mean, I just want to know.
But the backdrop.
I don't know too much about the story.
Okay.
I just heard that. And I was like, dog, come on, dog. This is more to the story.
And that's kind of crazy
too.
That's kind of crazy that we think that it's more to the story why this black man got.
You know why it's kind of crazy? Because we know what clickbait is.
Agreed.
But
agreed. But I did look into this. I did do my research.
And there got to be.
You took time out.
I took time out.
Is there more to the story?
There is not. There's always more to the story, but above that is.
And where did this happen?
That part I don't. That part I can't recall.
What's his name?
Albert Wilson.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I'll be looking up while you're talking.
All right, thank you. So him and this white lady were at an event together.
Him and a woman was at an event together.
Yeah, not together. They met there. They were at a social function, and after some beverages, he was 20 at the time. She was 17.
Oh well,
I don't know.
Right
hold on.
He R. Kelly, bro.
But hold on.
That's what.
No. Because this is not R. Kelly, but I like the fact that y'all linked that to it because that's more of the further discussion that we'll get into from my point of view.
Hold on a second.
You're gonna
because this say right here that he was sentenced for rape.
Right. Yes.
So that's more than kissing a white woman. That's more than kissing a white woman.
Keep reading.
It says
keep reading.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Finish up.
Okay. So basically they wind up back at his place and they spent time.
You mean his mama house?
His place. So wherever if that's his mama house, is that the basement? I don't know. If that's the college dorm, I don't know. But just an overall high level view. They wind up back to his house. They spent 5 minutes together. The only thing that they did was kiss. There was that. This is how the story is reported.
Now in here.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me
Okay.
finish, and then wherever I don't, you know.
Yeah.
But then a month later, she reported that she did not feel comfortable having sex under the influence, but there was no sexual intercourse. The only thing that happened from what I researched, what I researched is that they kissed.
And so how do you end up going to jail?
There you go.
So this just says, this is from the Collegian. Okay, it says
The what?
The Collegian.
The Collegian.
The Collegian,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
It said it has been reported that Wilson and the woman participated in other sex acts, that's in quotes, but never had sexual intercourse. And the evidence or lack thereof against Wilson and supporters creating a website detailing some questions, aspects about the incidents. That's all I see about Albert Wilson.
So how can you go to jail for?
We don't have a court case.
But still.
Nah. I'm not gonna speculate.
Hey,
I believe it's more to it than that.
See?
When I found out the age, dude, you're 20, she's 17, what you doing? She's still in high school.
Well, first of all,
by now you a junior in college.
Well, we don't know if she was in high school or she's in college.
No, him.
No, she. I'm talking about she, because you can be 17.
She's underage.
17.
She can't buy a beer.
Listen, you could be 17.
Can't buy a beer.
You could be 20. You can't buy beer.
Right. She's underage.
Right. So then you have to question why she was drinking underage.
The question is, what is he doing with the
You know what I'm saying? We don't know the full story, but
that's what I started
for the simple fact that you're for that, that I agree that, you know, but if you just kiss somebody, dude, you're getting 12 years.
Okay, so I'm gonna just.
The Collegian said they had.
Yeah, I didn't read what the Collegian said. But,
okay, but I'm gonna just tell you this. So, like, I'm looking at. I just put Albert Wilson raping. Okay, I'm seeing vibe.
So kissing is raping now?
No, I just put it in there because that's what it's coming up at.
All right, okay? But I just want to put that out there.
Because here's my question: when a 20-year-old boy kisses your 17-year-old daughter, what is it to you?
Nigga, I'm mad.
Technically, it's statutory rape.
That's exactly what it
is. Is it?
Yes.
You gotta sign the thing. You can't live closer to school. None of that.
But
I thought statutory rape was.
No, it could be anything. But here's the thing. So I see Vibe. No, I'm just talking about just the articles. I see Vibe. I see the Heavy.com. I see Pennsylvania State University. I see Reddit. I see FreeAlbertWilson.com. I see BT.com. I see RollingOut.com. I see UniversityDailyKansas.com, because I guess it happened in Kansas. But I see all this stuff, but I don't see like no mainstream stuff picking this up.
So here's the thing. How can somebody get 12 years and then all the facts is not presented?
I mean, it's not presented to us. I think
exactly.
It behooves us to. What happens is we're supposed to send our team down to dig into the court records, which are open documents. But we're left with internet stuff.
Yeah, we left with internet stuff. But
they just said they kissed her.
But still,
they said they was doing more.
It does not seem. It does not seem, because if this was really some, and this is my opinion, you'll see it all on the news. You'll see it on the major news channels.
Maybe somebody black.
Because they can't help themselves. They fall over us trying to paint the picture that we're evil, that we're negative people. So that's what I look at. I was like, Good Morning America, ABC, none of them is running this about Albert Wilson. You have to find this information. You have to find your information on the internet. I was listening to Dr. Boyce Watkins. He's connected. The family has sent some information to Charlemagne, the God. So I got to follow up and see what that's about. But I think I smell bullshit. I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm not condoning that, but still at the same time, it's like there's a lot of real bullshit that's going on. You got Catholic preachers, Catholic people raping these kids and shit, and they go untouched, and then they're allowed to touch other folks. But then you get a young boy who's 20 years old, and we don't know that they know the age and everything. Now,
they know the age because it said
no, at the time that they kissed
20 and 17.
No, I'm saying that they knew, like, because if I meet a young lady, I want to know their age when I was growing up. Yeah. Stop. Oh shit, they might have cut us off. But we all still on YouTube.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna
start it back up.
Yeah, I'll kick it back up. We still on YouTube over there.
But yeah, it's crazy, dog.
So I'm not fully saying that he should be exonerated. I'm just saying let the evidence present itself in a manner that we can judge, because we know that as Black people in America, we get an unfair view, unfair shake. It just don't seem right to me.
Yeah, I mean that's real. I mean that's how life is. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was talking about earlier, how it's horrible to me that we keep getting called that we are thugs and gangsters and all this stuff and slandered.
Hey, let's keep it real. What we're fighting against is the biggest propaganda tool used against us ourselves. Look at the music and the videos and the TV that we put out. Then we want.
What do you mean by we? I just want to.
Well, we means Black people.
The Black community. Okay, I just want to make sure we
the Black community.
Yeah.
And in most of that, we don't even make the decisions what gets put out on the radio. Someone makes a decision for us. At the end of the day, everything that we perpetrate is negative.
No, not everything.
Let me put it like wait. Let me put it like
go ahead. Tell me about that.
Let me put it like
Expand on that a little bit. Expand on that a little bit.
I'm trying to say.
Wake up in the morning. I'm gonna save you from yourself. Wake up in the morning and listen to the same 10 songs over and over again. Now let's talk about the content of those songs.
Hold on. Say it. First of all, I don't listen to the radio, so
that's not. Are you really trying to speak for the audience of the
world?
I'm
talking about me.
No. This ain't about you. I thought this was about helping our people. The first thing you went to was me.
Okay,
it's for the people, right?
I'm just telling you because I think I represent some.
But I think
you represent a different. He represents a different percentage.
Okay.
Majority of people sit down and listen to the radio. They pay you the 10 songs that they want you to hear. Correct.
Okay.
When you take those 10 songs and look at the content, remove the music. Let's listen to what they're saying over and over and over all day in your mind. Compare what you hear now to what you heard when you were 16 years old.
Yeah, music ain't what it used to be. It ain't what it used to be.
Now it's even bigger amongst every other race or genre in the world. Hip hop runs the world.
To a certain
extent. So it completely runs the world when it comes to music.
100% negative.
No, listen what I'm saying.
Country music is big.
How much hip hop runs the world?
Oh, hip hop is
it runs the world.
The world, yeah.
Name me something that's uplifting, that has nothing to do with drugs, that has nothing to do with sex, that has nothing to do with acting in a different manner. The music now that we hear that's pumping in your head over and over and over every time you turn the radio on, 10 songs a day. They're all bringing you down as a person, bringing down your women and your queens, all bringing that down. We're the biggest perpetrators of that because we don't take control of that.
I agree on that, but I agree.
We are the biggest perpetrators.
I agree. No, I don't agree with that.
If I'm making a song saying, you know what it is, baby, you gotta hit it, you gotta hit it, you gotta hit it, and the whole family sitting up there singing a song looking like this, tick tock, tick tock.
So let's
knowing this dead wrong.
So you know what? It's kind of funny you said that because I did tell the boys. I was like, dog, y'all ain't gonna have like the old school music, dog. Because all you gonna do is when y'all get older, y'all be all doing the funk dance.
Right.
The girls gonna be out there twerking.
Right. That's it.
You're gonna be 60 years old twerking.
Remember back in the day it was I love you. I want you for the rest of my life. I want to have your children. I want to have a family.
So let's
I want to lift
about
you
that,
up.
though.
We are talking about it. We're the biggest. Like I said,
let's break
wait.
that down.
We're the biggest perpetrators of killing ourselves.
You stand corrected.
No, you stand corrected.
No. That's what I'm saying. You stand corrected.
No, you should say I stand
Right, that's correct.
No, you were correct, man.
Yes,
But-
yes.
Yeah. It was like, I agree with you that we are the biggest perpetrator, but I would say that there's puppet masters that directs the type of music that they want to put out
They're
there.
not even black.
They're not black, or well, most of them are not.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
and those are some of the people that you may call
And that's
culture
who
vultures.
shapes the minds
Yes.
of whatever.
okay,
yeah.
so I'm gonna just play devil advocate for you.
Sure.
So if I am a, I don't know what you call them, A&R or rap mogul or whatever, or power B in the music, right? And I see that this A is selling, right?
Yeah.
And you tell me you want to come with B.
Yep.
I'm not gonna say I don't want you, dog. No, I need to make this
So-
money.
so-
We need some more A. You
It's
know what I'm
deeper
saying?
than that. You should check the
Hold
comments
on.
on this one.
I'm
It's
just
deeper
saying.
than that.
Look,
He's
I'm
right.
just saying,
No,
I'm just
you're
saying,
right.
I need
Yeah.
more A.
But
You know what I'm saying?
but that's
So-
the puppet master.
but
because
that's
they
the puppet
chase
The
master.
puppet master says I need more.
Yeah, yeah.
Rap more
Yeah.
about crack. I want to hear more
Yeah.
about crack. And I got the
killing
money,
each
and we'll
other,
push it
gang
further.
banging, all of that negative.
Right.
You put it over a hype beat, we celebrate it.
Right.
But we are from a generation that celebrate positive because we start this show with my philosophy. That is
we
very
started our life with the names from the songs: Luther Vandross, Freddie Jackson,
yes.
Michael Jackson.
Glenn Jones.
Real love
No,
songs.
no,
Can you give me a love song now?
Prince.
Before it
Glenn
was,
Jones,
Yeah.
man.
before it
I
was,
just
can I
watched
come
that
by
on
your
myself.
house? Can we go for a walk? Can I tell your parents I think you're a beautiful woman? Now it is we booed up. I don't even know where your parents is at. We just booed up.
Well, ain't nothing
But
wrong
that-
with
It's
that.
not, you wouldn't say that because you're grown and married.
Nah, it's
If I was a young man, I would say nothing wrong with booed up either. But if I was a dad with a daughter, I don't want to know for booed up.
you are a devil.
All right,
dog.
Yeah, I wasn't going there. I just
Yeah.
But you know what?
Boom.
Yeah, I think
I'm sorry.
you know, it's sad. I don't even know how to say it because we conflicted as dad with daughters.
We're not conflicted on what
I am.
what we're perpetrating on ourselves.
Well, I think.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all.
So
Cause y'all the dads with the daughters, so I'm gonna let y'all argue this one out.
well, let's just go back to where, and we're gonna take R&B, right? I think in the '90s we had a choice of who were gonna be the king of R&B.
What
It
does
was gonna either be
have to do with us perpetrating ill will on
because
ourselves?
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. Because the king was R. Kelly.
Thank you. Who was overly sexualized. His music was overly sexualized.
Right.
But Brian McKnight music was not. Brian McKnight talked about love. He talked about one. He talked about all that shit.
I gotta say this.
Come on now.
We had the yin and we had the yang.
But we chose
Yeah, we
the
got
yang.
both.
Because who chose
sometimes,
the yang?
sometimes you chose the yang, sometimes you chose.
But
Sometimes
the
you chose
majority
both.
chose the yang because R. Kelly mixed with
Dog.
alcohol made better music.
Dog,
Or
Nah.
dog. All y'all talk about R. Kelly. You know damn well.
I'm talking about his music. I ain't talking about his
I wasn't
You know
sexuality.
damn well you want to listen to R. Kelly. You listen to
Nah.
some damn Luke.
Who, me?
All of us.
Nah.
That Florida-based booty music.
Dude.
Oh my God.
We're talking about when we
I mean,
chilling.
yeah.
When we
Yeah.
chilling.
I mean, look.
Okay.
But what I'm saying,
Okay, we
even
chilling.
even with, if you want to look at
But
rap,
even say the early '90s, we had so much. But you know who kind of flipped the switch on us?
NWA.
No, Adina Howard.
I need a friend.
Adina Howard, free like me, dog. She flipped the switch on us.
She did.
She flipped the switch on us.
She
I
could
love-
have
hey,
seen
man.
it because Adina Howell came after
Adina-
Luke, Jam Pony,
But
Coochie Crew.
but,
Came
yeah,
after all
but
them.
if you think about it, before Adina Howard, it was all the dudes.
Adina Howard.
No, we
Adina
had
Howard.
Roxanne Shante talking crazy.
But Roxanne Shante wasn't like that.
She wasn't talking
She wasn't like
Adina
that.
Howard.
She wasn't like that.
Look,
Adina Howard was freak like me.
Adina Howard.
No,
Little
Trina. Trina was out before Adina
Trina.
Howard. Trina was out before
But I'm
Adina
saying
Howard.
no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Adina,
No.
no.
Adina Howard flipped
Adina
it.
Howard was in
Adina
the
Howard
90s.
came out like 90,
Was in the
94,
early 90s.
95-ish.
Yeah, old girl came out late 90s.
Yeah, I think, yeah. But
Yeah.
regardless, they flipped the script on us.
Lil'
Right,
Kim
Lil'
came
Kim.
out.
They flipped the script on it.
I'm just saying,
Listen.
before that, it was the dudes talking that. Now it was the girls getting empowered and Freak Like Me and stuff like that. And we like, oh,
She released in 2000, baby. Trina was old. She was out before Freak Like Me.
Go look up for Dina Howard, man. Dina Howard was the 90s, man.
Dina
You're
Howard,
way off.
Yeah, Dina Howard was like
Listen,
94,
you can't tell
95.
me nothing about
Dina Howard was 94,
I still
95.
have her. She had the best photo
Because-
album.
Oh, she started in 1999.
Yeah,
Who?
no.
Dina Howard?
Recorded, this album was
Oh,
recorded.
that album. No, her first album was like 90.
Yeah,
Yeah,
her first album was like, I
Because
was
the only reason I know is because I was on Marine Corps base. I was in the Camp Lejeune and she came and had a concert on base. Yeah, it was a free concert.
It was a
Yeah,
free
it was
conference.
kinda
It
like-
was a free conference.
I would have joined the Marines just for that.
It was kind of like a Jam for Peace.
I
type deal.
have a Uber crush.
It was kind of like a Jam for Peace type deal.
Yeah.
And it was free for anybody who could get on base.
I needed
They had-
savings.
216-649-8855, the Bills
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah,
The Bills Podcast at
t-shirt
gmail.com.
Yeah, t-shirt and no panties on.
Woo.
Yeah. So that was the other thing.
But
So we're here because of what? We're actually talking about
yeah.
how I feel that we have perpetrated things on us in our own selves through our
But that's what,
propaganda
but
and
that's
through
what
social
sells.
media.
Ain't
What I'm
nobody
saying-
trying to
No, that's
right.
not what sells. That's what get pushed on you.
Well, yeah, but that's what sells.
No,
But I'm just saying.
I get
Whatever gets pushed on you is what gets sold.
Yeah. But then we started talking about R&B in general, and we had choices.
And we had old school and new
Because
school.
if you really think about it, like that was the time Faith Evans came out. We had TLC was out around that time. Sade was out about
Anita
that time.
Baker.
Right.
Anita Baker. We had all that, and then on top of that,
All the
like you
news.
said, then we could go back.
Mary,
We had like Angela
Franklin,
Bofield.
Angela Bofield,
Yeah. No, we had all that stuff.
Nikki
Howard
Howard.
Black.
So now, if you think about it,
Nikki Howard. Yes.
now today they have Dina Howard. They have,
No.
if they
Dina
wanna
Howard
go back-
still us.
If they want
They
to go
don't
back,
have Dina Howard.
I'm just saying, if they go back, like if our kids go back, they're gonna look at our music. Our music is about that time. You know what I'm saying?
What's our music?
But
I'm
our
just talking about
Our kids don't know what our music is.
Our
They
music
lost.
had a wide
My kids
variety.
know my music.
Well,
yeah,
if you teach them.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I play my music all the time. It's like
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm just saying, if they go back, so you normally go back a generation, right? So like the music I like, I go back a generation. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, probably more generation, because my mom's generation.
I go
Like, I
back
like
to the
all
late
that.
That's the
60s.
60s.
Yeah.
I go back to the late
60s,
60s.
Right.
Yeah,
60s,
60s, 70s.
Yeah.
So then our kids are gonna go back to our generation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So probably 90s,
Ain't nothing
2000s.
popping like.
And
My
then-
kids
I
know
don't
Michael
see nothing.
Jackson.
I'm like, that's whack. We was whack when we was young. Why are you playing that?
My kids know Michael Jackson because of me.
Man,
Because I played
he kid
Michael
that
Jackson.
watches him. It's
You know.
locked in. Only thing I see Michael Jackson, him and Barney are neck to neck.
No.
Remember back in the day, you used to turn
I
Barney
said
on,
Barney.
and the kids used to be like, oh,
Yeah.
nothing moving. Like, what is that?
But
Barney.
I do say that the puppet masters have a hand in deciding what is played, and then
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
all
definitely-
programming.
That's
Because
definitely.
it's like there's some songs that be in my head because of the beat, and
Yeah.
then I just sing the hook
Yeah.
because I can't sing the beat.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just
and
in your head because it's played
it's
all damn day.
programmed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's even worse on Sirius XM radio. Listen to them stations. The hip hop stations lock you into the same song.
I don't
I listen to hip
But
hop.
I think
that's what I'm saying. I listen to.
Yeah.
And I don't listen to old school hip hop.
I listen to Sirius X. I listen to
Shade
Sirius Fly.
45.
I do listen to that sometimes. I don't listen to that a whole lot, but then I listen to Rock the Bells, which is old school hip
Yeah,
hop.
that's the old school one.
Yeah, so I listen to that, and you know what I'm saying, it's not the all same 10
Man, I listen to the new ones and I hear the same song.
Yeah, and I don't listen to Shade 45 or Hip Hop Nation.
Right,
I
I listen to them.
Those two are the ones where it's like all the new stuff.
I don't have satellite radio, but
Yeah.
You're not missing
I
that.
have
It's worse than the radio.
and then I have my phone or all the music that I've collected over the years.
Now I do gotta say this. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no. But I go back and my wife will tell you that I listen to like 70 and 80 music. She probably hate it because she like, you can't sing, you horrible, but I'm still bellowing out. I like Freddie Jackson. Like now I'm on Glenn Jones.
No, that was he just on Unsung.
That's what brought me back, man. And then I've been
He
like,
just on Unsung.
man,
I watched Glenn Jones on Unsung.
Man,
I was like, dog, he had a couple.
David Hollister. I ain't know that David Hollister.
Cold.
Yeah, David Hollister had,
Yeah, no doubt. But it's like
Yeah,
David
so-
Hollister, he had brought on tour. Is like that's how he got his like start before Blackstreet and all of that. It was like, damn, you know, that's a lot of good information.
Came right out the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Because they always talk about how you can hear the church in his music.
yeah.
Glenn Jones especially.
I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I hear
You
that.
can hear it. You can hear it.
Yeah.
But and that maybe that's part of it too.
So let me ask like since we on this two different type of music that we could,
Mm-hmm.
why is Brian McKnight not celebrated more? Let me finish. And this
We let you finish. Dog jumping out there quick.
Yeah,
let me
good.
finish.
Let me finish. You know, I'm anticipating.
Look at the music. We straight listening for.
I'm anticipating, and this is more for.
I was like, let me finish.
Right.
This is more for the audience.
No comments.
Like
Nobody
Nobody else is on yet. I don't think.
No, I don't think nobody.
Because we went off and now we're back on.
Is that YouTube or is that the other one?
That's YouTube.
No, this is
no, this is
Facebook.
Okay.
Well,
YouTube
over
behind
there.
it, yeah. But anyway,
But why is Brian McKnight not considered the king of R&B?
Are you crazy?
Even by
He didn't sell no records, man. What are you talking about?
He
You don't
didn't
even
sell- he
have to
didn't
sell
sell-
no records.
and this gonna sound crazy, the person who I would maybe consider our king of R&B, and Whitney Houston said it.
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
He ain't sold enough records, man.
No, he sold. But you got
But Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was okay.
He
So
was huge.
oh, definitely.
Bobby Brown.
Definitely.
I was there.
Bobby Brown.
Definitely.
We was all there.
So
Yeah.
I think
New
Bobby Brown.
Edition,
I think
the
Bobby
whole. Yeah.
Yeah, if you include New Edition, I
Yeah.
think you
The
got
whole
R.
New Edition.
I think you got R.
That's mine.
If you include New Edition stuff.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
you got to
you got
because that's
R.
where you got
I think you got
But I would
Wait.
hold on. I would submit that Bobby Brown is a happy medium between Brian McKnight and R. Kelly.
Why do you keep on Brian McKnight? He's not shit, dude. He's not selling
Dude,
nothing.
are you
Bobby
He didn't
mad?
sell nothing.
Right,
And
but
the
like,
crazy
man,
thing is,
It's not about selling. It's about quality of music.
So-
Have you listened to his
So
music?
let me tell you where you're completely wrong at. First of all, you start discussing music with me, and you ain't even mentioned Luther.
What?
So I don't know what the hell you talking about if you ain't mentioned Luther.
That's a
you
difference.
just playing.
No,
Ain't
hold
no
on.
different nothing.
It is.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah.
Luther is 80.
Luther.
So if we want to go into Luther,
That's a whole nother planet.
that's a
dog.
whole nother planet.
Yeah,
But we can get
But
into
that's
the
the
real
king of
though.
R&B.
Because we can talk about
Ain't Michael Jackson to me. If it's the quality of music,
no,
it's
he
Luther.
ain't. You know what?
It's Luther.
I'm gonna submit.
Long ago,
I'm
my
gonna
nigga.
submit.
Long ago.
Listen, Luther is dope. He ain't the king of R&B because he went out. Hey man,
You was born because of Luther.
No.
We that age that our parents
Johnny
telling us
Taylor.
Luther. Look how you got here.
I was born probably because of Johnny Taylor.
He said, oh my
Yeah,
God.
I was born off the blues.
Hey, you know they coming, right?
Yeah,
There's a
August.
There's a blues
August,
concert
yeah.
coming. It's coming.
that was
soon.
one that just passed.
I think the
No,
one
it just passed.
the
You
dude
texted me.
who's talking about I gotta go hang with my side piece.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
I don't know. I can't
don't
remember
wanna
his name.
Yeah.
Something Bear.
I left home
Yeah, something Bear was his
to be
name.
with my side piece. I was like,
Something Bear. Something Bear was
But
his
see
name.
how yeah, like Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear or something. Yeah.
But I know that, and I was like, nah, that to me that ain't blues. That's foolish music.
Now back to the king of R&B.
Okay.
There is no way you can put anyone close
Okay.
to Luther. He's the shutdown.
So we just talking. So hold on. Are we talking over a span of
He said
time? Are we
quality.
talking
He said
about?
the quality of
Are we
music.
talking about just in general? Are we
He said
talking
the
about
quality
the
of music.
80s and 90s,
No.
2000s?
He said the quality of music.
I was sticking with the 90s.
Okay,
And
that's
and
why I'm asking. I'm
because
asking because that changes.
So it does change.
That
Yeah.
changes things.
because the king of R&B, that when they talk about that, they never brought Luther in there, which I
really wasn't
understand.
his time.
I
It
understand.
was the 80s.
The 80s was
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to say king of love songs, Luther all day. Luther all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is
But
true.
Luther,
I was not a friend. I wasn't a friend. I wasn't a fan. But if you talk about the King of R&B in the '90s, man, you got to get at it straight up. You got to get that straight up for R. Kelly. You can't. If you don't believe me, go watch that YouTube video where dude just singing 1 minute of every song, and it lasted like 3 hours. And I was like, oh my God, he wrote all these songs. And I'm not trying to big up him, but when I saw that video, it was like it's like 2.5 hours. I was like, whoa.
I gotta say, and I do have to say, when that 12 Play album came out, ooh, I was bumping that mother.
I wasn't into it.
I was bumping 12 Play.
Let me tell you,
12 Play was cold.
When 12 Play came
out, I took
all the fast songs out, and I just had the slow song.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I need.
That album was bumping.
That's all I gotta say, because at that time,
that album was hot.
That's what
the album was hot.
That's what the females was on. That's what I was on. They're like, other than that,
I control what they was on in my ride.
I looked at
you gets no play in the Jimmy truck, bro. That gets no play up in here. You better get that up out of here.
I looked at like just even with Luke.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about Luke booty music, who was out there shaking it? We ain't looking at dudes shaking their ass.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Let me put it like this. When I'm gonna tell you who really shocked me. When I jumped in everybody's car, all my friends in college, and the number one tape that was in their car was Too Short. And I'll be like, I thought you said dude couldn't call you no bitch, and you went off the other day in class.
Cats Down South was bumping some Too Short.
Yeah, women was bumping
Too Short. I was in Chicago. I stayed this summer in Chicago, and my uncle was banging it Too Short, and he was banging it hard.
So
the chick said that she heard. No, not even. But he had a female, a woman on there rapping, and she said that her vagina was bigger as Olivia. I was like, what?
Too Short.
All right,
that was back in the 80s.
So here's the other thing. So we talking about so it went from Too Short, right? And then I was on the East Coast because I was in the Marine Corps, right?
Right.
So I was bumping all East Coast stuff. I remember I came back in December. I came home because it was around Christmas time. Thanksgiving time.
What year?
Had to be 94-ish, 93, 94. Everybody and their mama was bumping that damn Tupac. Oh, that's when it came with that double album.
Oh, you mean All Eyes on Me?
On Me.
Man, that was the baddest album you made.
Oh my God! And I think, and then I came home that summer. Ooh, that's all
you ran into it. You didn't lead up to it. You just ran into it.
I ran into it, dog, because you gotta remember I was on the East Coast, and at that time,
but he was taking over.
But not.
No, Biggie and them had took back over. So by the time he got out of jail, went back over here.
Because like Wu-Tang Clan and stuff was all starting to get big. So on the East Coast, I barely I knew Tupac, and we was bumping on.
You knew what it was,
but it wasn't like when I came back here. I was like, "What the hell?" Because I was bumping at the time. You know who I was bumping? Ooh. Method Man and that damn Tikal album.
Oh yeah,
I was bumping.
That wasn't a great album though.
That wasn't a great album, but there's some cold songs on it.
Yeah.
But I was bumping the hell out that Tikal, and then I started getting that Wu-Tang. That was my thing. I loved Wu-Tang, dog.
Yeah.
So I was bumping Wu-Tang in the Tikal album, and everybody else was bumping the damn Too Short.
Their new documentary's out, right? Wu-Tang's new documentary's out.
Is it?
Yeah, they got a new one.
What is it on?
I don't know. I would check with Tidal, or I would check with YouTube because the trailer's out. It's dope.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's super dope.
I was bumping the hell out of Tupac.
I wasn't bumping the mess out. I was bumping that album. That album was killing.
All Eyes on Me.
I'm gonna tell you, Tupac had 4 albums back to back that was just straight bangers.
Yeah.
Me Against the World.
Yeah.
Then he came out with Thug Life Volume 1.
Yes.
Then he came out with All Eyes on Me.
Yes. Machiavelli.
And then there was Machiavelli.
Machiavelli was a gold album.
I bumped all of those. Me Against the World is still my favorite album of all time.
Really?
My favorite rap album.
Which one?
Of all time.
The favorite rap album?
Favorite rap album of all time. To me, Tupac just showed just so many different sides to Dear Lord, Temptation, Me Against the World, just Fuck the World. It's his whole album, man.
Everybody, that's what it was right there.
Start to finish.
That's it.
That's all a rider too.
That's all I can hear, dog. Every time I come and walk out, like, dang, dog.
So what else would you be playing? I'm keeping, and I was still bumping the East Coast.
And
this album dropped.
was the major producer on this album.
Yeah,
I was,
and kept it quiet until N he started talking about it.
I'm telling you, I wasn't really into Tupac because he was more.
He acted a fool. Tell the truth.
Yeah, and to me, he was like a little bit like more gangster rap a little bit. I really wasn't into cold. I really wasn't into gangster rap like that then.
He was more revolutionary.
Yeah, you can say that, but at the time, at the time, West Coast music was considered gangster rap.
Right.
West Coast in general was considered rap. And I really like gangster rap. Because, being here in Milwaukee, all you heard was Mr. Servon. You heard 3-6 Mafia, not 3-6 Mafia, 8-Ball and MJG. Cats used to bump them.
They was bumping.
They used to bump
all lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir.
My homeboy's girlfriend.
DMD. Oh my God.
No, that's MJG right there.
They say pimping.
Yeah.
Everybody's bumping 8-Ball and MJG, and I was like, oh,
that's
man.
what
that on my rock album compilation right there.
You know what? I had my boy from Florida.
Tila.
He used to bump me up. Autumn
Tila? Yeah.
Suave
House.
He used to bump Sebo.
Sebo.
My boy from Florida used to bump Sebo all the time.
Spice One.
Who was it? Captain Saberho.
MTA.
I want to be saved. Was that Sebo? Is that Sebo? No, that was Spice One, wasn't it?
Above the Law.
Autumn Cats. MCA,
Yeah.
E40.
Yep. But to me, like you said, though,
Quick, No Limit.
Yeah.
DJ Quick.
Yeah. But to me, again, all that started with Too Short. To me,
what's that?
All that West Coast stuff like that. All that. To me, now I'm just saying.
You really gotta go back. Ice-T jumped it off.
Ice-T jumped it off. But Too Short was bigger than Ice-T. He still
Too Short came behind him. He was much bigger. He still is. Blow the whistle will tear up any club. White, black, blue, green. It don't make a difference.
So I really think.
But Ice-T, when he remade the song 6 in the Morning Police.
That is his song.
That's Ice-T.
But that's not his song, though. He copied that from Parkside Killers out of Philly. They were the first.
Oh, yeah, Parkside Killers, he sure did.
Ice-T dubbed over that same beat. He just made different lyrics. And then NWA did the same thing.
Right.
But Parkside Killers was like, they was really about that life.
Yeah, but
like NWA, Ice-T, Too Short, all of them
about their life too. Ice-T was a super
Schoolie D.
Schoolie D.
Yeah.
PSK.
You know who you being from Ohio, you remember he turned me on too?
LOG and the Bulldogs?
No. What's his name? Diamond D. That's who you turned me on to. No, turn me on to. Diamond D and the psychotic neurotics.
Yep, Diamond D still doing it.
He turned me on to them, dog. I was like, what? Who is this cat? I don't even know where he's from.
Yeah, big deal.
But getting back to our main point, our culture influence what we talk about. When you think about how some of these rappers have longevity, they don't talk about the same shit. They don't grow past that.
Let me tell you what the secret is. You want to know the secret of making a rapper last a long time? Stop rapping about nothing and tell stories.
Tell about stories.
Because
the ones that can tell a full story, sell.
Because now we can kind of circle this back. Because like I said, I had never really listened to Nipsey. I listened to some Nipsey Hussle this week. And to me, a good lyricist is somebody can tell a story.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, what I'm saying? I like, when I listen to lyrics, you got to be a lyricist to me. You can't just be talking about a bunch of, I got the weed and I got this and I got that.
Got the plug.
That's why Tupac is cold. Tupac is cold. But you know what? Okay, so I'm going to ask y'all this, since we own this. Who is your top 5 lyricists?
That's simple, man. You tripping.
Who is your top 5?
It's not simple, but
yes.
It's not simple.
Or MCs, however you want to say.
No, wait. There's a difference between an MC and a lyricist. A lyricist is a cat who lyrically is ripping everyone.
Lyricist. I'm a lyricist.
So if we're gonna do it that way,
yeah.
the top 5 lyrically,
yeah,
you have to give that to Black Thought. You have to give that to Pharoah Monch. You have to give that to Biggie Smalls. You have to give that to Nas. And lyrically, it's really hard to not have Scarface in that top 5.
Okay. You got a 5?
Who's that about Jay-Z?
That's what I.
Let me put it like this: Jay-Z is
Jay-Z.
one of the coldest lyricists in the world, but look who he's up against. What you should have said was, I left out KRS-One.
That now he's top my list.
Melly Mel.
What's the top my list?
Melly Mel is one of the greatest lyricists you've ever heard.
Not that I ever heard.
Man, you better go back and listen to Melly. He's relevant right now. When he's
so to me, KRS-One is one of them.
Right.
Rakim
right.
is one of them.
Right.
You said Nas. Nas is one of mine. Most Def is one of my guys.
Yes.
And I had to put Jay-Z
Yasmin Bey, Jay-Z. So you should have gave me a top 10 because your 5 is -1 is my whole. That's my whole thing.
We right there. But yeah, the Most Def is cold. I think he's underrated too.
Yasmin Bey.
Yeah.
He's stupid. He just released a new album.
Who? Most Def?
Yeah. Hey, you know who y'all need to get up on?
This Fat Booty. You see?
Y'all need to. We need to have a segment that deals with music and putting good music out there. Guess who just released album? That my man is always Malibu album.
Anderson .Paak.
Anderson .Paak. He just released an album the other night and it's off the chain. If you're not listening to Anderson .Paak, go get
He just released another album last night?
Yeah, or night before last, yes. Anderson .Paak. Cold, and this album is the coldest one he's done.
Malibu is cold. You got
this one is the coldest.
You got a Suede Up.
Yeah.
America, if you haven't heard Anderson .Paak,
they should have.
Go get it now. ANDERSON.
I was bumping them 2 years ago.
Paak. It's .PAAKK. Anderson .Paak.
Wow.
Dope.
So my top 5 is gonna be Pac.
Okay.
Jay-Z, Biggie, Nas, Rakim.
That's cold. That's legitimate. That's legitimate.
You know, it's funny because the boys asked me, my sons asked me what was my top 5. I told him, it's like, you don't like Tupac? I was like, I didn't say I didn't like him.
Right.
He just ain't in my, he just not in my top 10.
Lyrically.
Yeah.
What I hear from those cats is different, but I hear social. Like they speak from a social platform. Right. Now, Most definitely because I love his flow. But there's a Talib Kweli.
Listen, everybody,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody's sleeping on Black Thought. Remember, you've never heard him take a
No. Yeah. Black Thought. Yeah. But see, I think here's what we get it mixed up because it's hard to separate the lyricism from the overall production.
It takes a real mind when you have that question. So that's why I say lyricist.
Yeah.
Lyricist. Or if I say my favorite 5 favorite rappers, it wouldn't be that list.
But then you gotta like
it would be your list.
But see, there's lyricists that don't tell stories as well.
I don't consider them lyricists.
Like to me, I like 2 Chainz because how he uses his words over that beat. I like Rick Ross. You know how he flows to that beat.
One of my favorites.
You know somebody that's lyrical.
You know who somebody that none of us said who's been in the game probably longer than anybody else, who probably is a cold lyricist? Snoop.
Snoop is cold. Snoop, you keep on forgetting.
Snoop is another one.
And everything that he did went platinum. Everything went platinum.
And he is a lyricist.
Yeah.
And that cat. And here's the crazy thing.
I give you that.
So like when I listen to Sway in the morning, like he be having these cats. He call them Time of the Hyenas, and he be bringing all these young cats in there. It be, you know, you can hear that they flow, right? They be. But dog, and you can tell some of it's just stuff that they wrote down and they learned and they brought it. Because
you gotta stay ready, But you gotta preface it like you freestyle.
But Snoop hit a freestyle. He gonna hit a freestyle.
Here's the craziest thing. So one morning he had Jamie Foxx in there and Snoop Dogg in there, and he put the Isley Brothers beat on Drifting on a Memory. He put that beat on, right?
Right.
And he said, let's make something. Snoop started flowing, dog. Jamie Foxx came in with the hook, and them
It was a
cats
rap.
like it was like a brand new. It was like a new. I was like, what the hell? Dog, cats nowadays can't do that, dog.
Hey, you know who y'all slipping on?
Who?
Who y'all really slipping on?
Who?
Sci-Hi the Prince.
Who's that? I
That's
don't
who
know.
right.
I've heard of it.
That- that's who
I'm
right-
slipping on it.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Mhm.
Sci-Hi the Prince was so cold
Mhm,
that when he was on Sway,
mhm.
Sway said he was one of the greatest rappers listeners of all time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
And
check him out a
then
little
in the
bit.
middle of the show, guess who was
Well,
listening?
check my-
Guess who was listening and had to pulled over with his wife and said, "I had to come up here and do this too raw."
Ooh,
Run.
really?
You know, my guys, the rappers, Run
Yeah,
DMC.
yeah,
Those are my
okay.
guys.
Okay, yeah. So let me ask you this, because this is kind of interesting. that
As
you're
you
talking
see,
about.
I keep a fresh pair of something.
The shell toe.
Yeah, I keep a fresh
My
pair.
Adidas.
You got the quarter tops?
Man, no, these is the full.
Yeah,
The quarter
Oh,
top.
those high tops?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I got a couple pair of my shell toes.
Mhm.
I got my red and white that I pull out for special occasions.
Ooh,
For his new.
that candy liquor,
For
that
his
candy
new-
liquor
Yeah,
now.
when he be twirling that cane.
Oh man, that's yeah, I still get out there and do a little something, man. I got a little cane work, you know.
You got candy work?
I got a little cane work, man. You know, I ain't got.
He was in here that day.
I'm far from top
I'm
five.
waiting for you to do some candy work.
He was in here. He was in here that one day flipping. Remember? He was in here flipping around a
Oh,
little
see,
bit.
I don't even remember that. That's just out of habit, you
I
know.
just give you a little something.
Hey, you
I
know,
give you a little
yeah,
shout out
hey.
on that.
You know what? When we bring it out on the patio, man, we'll have live. I'll get out there because you know some
Yeah.
shit might fly. I ain't trying to break nothing.
So I'm gonna just say this: we've been on for almost 2 hours.
All right.
So I don't know if we want to shut down because we probably
No,
don't
we
have
can close it out.
people who
Okay.
following us.
Yeah.
But next time we get together, I want to talk about.
This is what I'm talking.
I want to talk about how I know we can't control.
Solution.
We can't control speech, right? Right.
Mhm.
But what do you say when you got like white people, quote unquote, talking black?
What is talking black?
That's a hard thing. So like just
Well,
do
like
that work.
phonics or
Yeah,
slang.
yeah.
Using
So
Let me say it
I'll
this
roll.
way. You mean speaking of a certain vernacular that we're not used to?
no,
that they're not used to.
They're
Or
not
that
used
we're not used to hearing.
From
We
them,
can't
yeah.
match the face up.
Yeah.
That's like, do you speak Russian?
that if we came in with
You
an
Russian? Like,
interview,
he just speaks
that
Russian.
if we came in with an interview, will we get hired? Be like, what up, dog?
So
This is what I put
I
off.
think-
Everybody
I
got
think-
somebody in their hood
Yeah.
that took bullets, that married a black chick, that's white in the mud, his parents didn't want him. He lived probably in a trash
Oh, yeah,
can.
yeah.
He respected
But-
people. Came on people selling dope.
I'm not
And
talking
he married,
about them
Quita.
cats. I'm not
Now he
talking.
be like, nigga.
I'm not talking about them
And
cats.
we give him a pass.
I'm not talking about them cats. Though.
He ain't talking
I'm
about.
not talking about them cats.
He talking about.
I'm talking about them cats who are
Button up.
buttoned up, who you work with.
You mean
who's
like
very-
Ari on MSNBC who quotes every night a different rap?
No, not Ari, man.
Oh no, but he accepted.
I don't even know who Ari is, but
On
But
you know what?
He
Yeah.
always quoted rap.
I don't listen to what. I
Oh,
don't
that's
like
right.
You know what? He have rappers on his show, and he gives.
See, to me, though-
he pays homage to it.
He's
He's
the
talking
prime
about-
MSNBC
To me,
guy.
the dude, the white dude who you were just talking about, I
Ari
gotta
Melvin.
give him a pass. I
Yeah,
gotta give him a
yeah,
pass.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just saying the individual who he was talking about,
Who
the white dude who
who
we talking
you were
about.
talking about?
I'm just hold on, we're talking about two different people. I'm just saying
Yeah,
the dude who he was talking about, I gotta give him a pass because he lives in our neighborhood. He knows our plight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's always one of them that
Yeah. Oh yeah.
he did worse than all of it.
Yeah.
That's the
He
worst thing.
get the pass.
He
But,
did worse than all of it.
but I'm talking about the cats that's bundled up, who lives in the suburbs, don't know no black people.
But grew up on Jay-Z.
But
Not
not even that. No,
Not even
no,
that.
because it's dude at
He's
work.
not even
Dude,
talking.
I'm talking about at work. He don't listen to rap music. He don't do none of that stuff. He probably got no black friends except for me. He probably consider me a friend because I work with him, but he ain't a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? We just acquaintances.
Uh-huh.
But I'm talking about that type of dude.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay.
buttoned up
But-
at work, and he always be like, I don't know why he do it. He be like, He'll do that all the time, dog. That shit made me mad as hell, dog. That shit made me mad as hell.
Dude, I just walk around tight with him and say, hey, how you doing today? Like, who cares? But You can't.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I know we can't control.
But
Listen to this.
Listen to this.
But we're gonna have to get into that.
You're right, but at the same time, remember, if we watching the same commercial, we going to work talking about we doing the same
that
thing.
Popeye
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So you can't blame the guy who watching the same channel because we all doing the same thing.
So I said the Popeyes.
Yeah.
The Popeyes lady, she is out of order. Now.
Yeah.
She's out of order. Huh?
Is she?
She said it's because she's not ugly. She's not ugly. That's why.
No, because she's making money.
No,
she don't own Popeyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
She's like flow of the insurance. She's like, hey, I'm gonna. Not only I'm selling fried chicken, I'm fried shrimp, baby. You know, I can't. You know, hey,
but nah, he
black
doing
folks,
that.
you can't hate on
doing
people
that all
like
the time. Like the other white dudes that complain about something, I'll be like, and I just want to go over there and slap the shit out of them. But you know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about that because you know what I'm saying? That's one of those things that irritate me. Yeah, I'm sure it irritates some other black people too.
You know what, man? I paid no, never mind. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I jump out of the bag, you know what I'm saying, I'll be penalized because they don't see the disrespect in that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like it's all see good.
When I was at work, and I think I shared this on the previous podcast. You know, I had a white person walk up to another white person to type in to teach him how to speak black in an email that was sent out. And then looked over at me as like, oh, I'm just teaching so-and-so how to talk black.
Oh yeah, he did talk about that though.
And I just went on went on back to my business.
What is talking black? Like you stupid.
Hey, you know what? I was on a call.
Yeah,
I ain't had time. And then by the time I ended with that call, you know,
that's like a bunch of white kids you see at the store when you walk in. What's up?
Oh my God, no.
Hey, I was gonna tell this caller like, yeah, hey, let me call you back.
Right.
Okay. Cuss out a couple months.
Okay, yeah. Okay, listen to this. You have to on Twitter go. There's a comedian named Godfrey, right?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
This cat. That's
old school.
He was in Connecticut one time. He was in this mall about to do a show, right? These three little white dudes walk up to him. He started like clowning them because they all got do-rags on. And he's like, what the hell? This appropriation, what the hell you doing with do-rags? The white dude's like, I'm trying to get some waves. No, I took it off.
Did he have some waves?
No. He took it off. And
he had like
white.
He did?
Yeah, like 2 waves.
He had 2 waves.
But you gotta look it up. Maybe we'll post it on the Facebook page. But dog, you gotta look it up. You have to. It is hilarious.
So he showed the whole shit?
Yes.
So it's actual footage.
Yes, it's actual footage. That's what I'm saying. It's on Twitter. We gotta look that up.
I'll be on it.
But yeah, man, that was hilarious to me, dog. Them little white dudes like, I'm trying to get some waves.
You didn't see it the same.
No, that was a video, wasn't it?
It's a video.
That is hilarious. I gotta remember that video. It's hilarious.
We laughing at it.
Because it was hilarious. Because it wasn't playing. He was dead serious.
No, it was dead serious.
Like somebody didn't tell a little dude nothing.
Yeah.
He was just like, I'm about to get waves on my favorite rapper. You do it too. We all doing it.
All right.
Speaking of stupid things that you did as a youth, I thought playing basketball, putting on 4 pair of socks was going to help me jump.
Wow, okay.
Right, it's stupid.
Okay. Like I thought it was like, oh, it's gonna protect my ankles. Yeah, like
no. Yeah, we got to talk about that stuff. Cause remember those shoes? They're supposed to make you help jump higher. And then the front part of you
had a little thing,
wide base
shoes. Hey, it kind of work. Them in the jump, in the leaper. Remember the leaper?
I see the dude hooping in one of those.
I seen that too.
He was hooping in those things that make you jump. I was hooping in them to the point that it was all messed up, so his heel was up.
Boogaloo.
Oh my God!
Above the rim.
Yeah.
Marlon Wayans, he had those on.
Yeah.
He got out Hollywood. Yeah, he had those on.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
I always wanted a pair though. I always wanted a pair.
We got
And then, you know what else we gotta do? We gotta start having. I said this last night. We gotta start having some shows that we just talk while we play dominoes.
I brought that up.
You talked to me about
I
that.
also talked about you bringing your beats and having it playing in the background.
Yeah, I'm always ready.
So I'm on you about that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my joy right there.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Well, Mr. Scott, you got something to say while we close out?
Next week we're gonna really talk about what's going on here in Wisconsin. We know what's going on next week.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Finish.
What's going on with Sherwood High School and my daughter? I chose not to bring it up tonight because we're gonna start a push starting Monday.
Okay.
We'll get the push rolling, and then we're gonna come in and talk about it hot.
All right. Well, we're definitely gonna share it on the.
But I will say, my guy called me today and said it was just on WGN.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Oh,
Mr. Rocket, you got something to say?
Hey man, it's always a nice time. I'm glad that we're all back together and we're having fun discussing these important issues and topics that is stressful as we struggle and strive in this world to just be regular folks and make sure that our kids are brought up right and move and contribute to this society. Yeah. Continue to reject us. I don't know. I'm confused on that a little bit, but struggle. We move on. Yeah.
Just like Evander Holyfield, just want to fight. Now, who else would fuck with Hollywood Club?
What's mad?
Yeah. So I just want to say I really need these laughs. You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of stressful. Just in life in general, just on a daily basis, it's stressful as a black man in Milwaukee. And I'm sure around the world. So black men, we gotta know. I want to close by saying this. We have to get out of this stuff of saying, dog. We gotta start saying I love you.
Oh, I do that all the time. I do that all the time.
I know, and I know y'all do, but I'm saying to them.
Yes.
Yeah. Because we gotta start, and maybe we can talk about that next time.
I think it's very important to use that word. I say it to my kids. I say it to.
But I think it's more important for us as men.
Yeah, I said to my nephew all the time, even if they put something out there, I even I put the love emoji on. I think I don't want to steal, but go ahead.
But yeah, so I just want to say thank you for being with us this week, and we'll see y'all next week. Salute, as Mr. Rocky said, salute, and we will see you next week. I gotta watch party going on. Turn off the on behind you.
Man, you need to let that ride.
I like that.
Let that motherfucker ride right there. Hey.